What's up, everybody? It's the Bodhi Bros. I'm Phoenix Ray.
And I am John with a giant golden J.
I
What's
like
up?
it, man. So today we're gonna do something a little special. We're gonna be doing an energetic reading for January 2022.
What does that mean?
We'll see what's gonna happen. So we're gonna do a reading for career, relationship, shadow, which is something which you're not seeing, which you don't know, and then a general reading. So me and John, we're gonna alternate these readings. So you want to go first, or you want me to go first? Well, I don't know. I'll do career. How about I'll do career first?
Yeah. Let's go career, shadow, relationship, general.
Okay, that sounds good.
Career first. So
I'm gonna be using the Wild Unknown Tarot.
Wild
Unknown comes up with this nice little booklet too.
Great. So as Ray readies himself in the deck, do the same for yourself. Just by way of seeing this broadcast, you're an energetic match to this reading. You can ask a specific question about your career, or you can just be open to the energetic offering that Ray is about to pull for the entire month of January, upcoming 2022. Up to you. Could be a side hustle, project, collaboration. Could be nothing. Just be open to the message as it pertains to career or works of passions, endeavors, etc.
This is a tarot deck. So this is 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Looks like right here, looks like a nice little nest. Nice little feathery nest full of pentacles.
Okay.
It's like a very positive card. I'm pretty sure I pulled this one before. So let me look this up real fast.
I know those tarot lovers out there that know the suits are already 9 of Pentacles means this, 9 of Pentacles means that. Boom, 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 boom. I've never gotten there because I've never played with tarot cards enough. I guess that just comes with repetition. You know, you pull the 9 of Pentacles 17 times, eventually you know what the message is. But boom, Ray, what do you got?
Okay, happy, healthy home. Always a welcome card. The 9 of Pentacles is a time to enjoy the many results of your loyalty and hard work. This may be a promotion at work or newfound stability and happiness at home. It's even possible that you'll find yourself enjoying the finer things in life, as a luxury and refinement oftentimes accompany this card. So, sounds like a very nice positive card.
You said it would be.
Yeah.
So happy, healthy home.
So it's the time to enjoy the many results of your loyalty and hard work.
So a time to maybe not feel like you have to produce and push, but not so much rest on your laurels, because that's a phrase that, you know, people are like, oh, he's slacking, or, you know, you're not putting in the work. But maybe you have put in enough work to now you can enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Right.
It's not always about having to push and grind, and because that's just a recipe for disaster and exhaustion and some ridiculous paradigm that we've cultivated in our societies that just doesn't make sense for the sacredness and the delicacy of humanity. Like, we can only do so much. So it sounds like that card is now a time to enjoy what you've sown, reap the benefits of what you've sown, and really relish them and celebrate them and share them and so forth and so on. Yes.
Yeah. You know, it could have been maybe, you know, you were kind of pushing pretty hard for these results, and now, you know, you get that results, man. Maybe you get that recognition. It says, you know, maybe a you know, promotion at work or a newfound stability. So it seems like, you know, the people around you are going to be recognizing the hard work and labor you've been putting into this project or work or whatever it is. So those results will be coming. So yeah, you know, time to enjoy it. But, you know, obviously if it's a promotion, doesn't mean you can enjoy it for very long, because now it's a new challenge coming your way.
Right.
And which is good because, I mean, I'm sure if it comes, I
Right.
mean, probably
And
something
just
important.
be open to receive too, because maybe it's not in a traditional, maybe you've inquired beyond the traditional sense of a 9 to 5 like career or whatever. Maybe it's an artistic endeavor of sorts. Maybe you're about to sell a really big piece,
Yeah.
and just be open to receive this blessing and this accomplishment. Maybe it's a donation for your 501c, or your podcast. Winky face, heart emoji, high five, prayer hands.
And it even said stability. So maybe you were having some challenges there, and now maybe you're, things are going successful enough now that you find that stability, and you can kind of like, okay, I don't have to have the weight of that, like that struggle, that nervousness, that fear of like, oh, am I gonna make it or not, or so maybe some of those obstacles that were in the way are gonna clear themselves.
Well, can I get a hallelujah for that?
Heck yeah. The
This house is clear. All right, so let's move into shadow. That was good.
shadow.
Shadow. I love this new microphone. Shadow. All right. Pulling from an oracle deck, we go from tarot to oracle, and this is Teal Swan's The Blind Spot. What you don't know, you don't know. You're about to know. So, what has your subconscious buried that you're unaware of, or maybe you're mildly aware of it, but you just haven't brought full loving awareness to? But it's time to dance in January of 22 with. Anything to add to the.
I mean, yeah, just so it's shadow is what you don't know, what you don't see. So this could, knowing this, you could bring awareness to this, what this card is, what this card represents, and you could find a way to integrate this so it's not gonna just smack you across the head.
Where am I going, Ray?
I think since it's January, it's got to go somewhere near the top.
Here or here?
There, like around there. Yeah.
Around here?
Yeah.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. The year before I was born. Card number 73.
All right.
These are all sigils that Teal Swan channeled as it pertains to each message. All of her artworks, that is number 73, which leads me to believe it's going to be towards the back of the book. 65, 69, Omaha, Hot Route, 77, 74, my year, 73. Man, I have pulled this card before.
Yeah.
Ooh, I know what this is all about.
What's it all about?
This is the shapeshifter.
Ooh, I think I've seen that one before.
Have we read from this together? All right. If you have drawn this sigil, and we have, you want the truth of yourself and potentially the truth of the situation at hand to exist in your own blind spot and or other people's blind spots permanently. You do not want that truth to be seen by you or them. You could consider this sigil to be the master of blind spots, because even if you are consulting this deck, the truth is you want to maintain blind spots in yourself and or others. Means you don't want to see this stuff, right?
Yeah. You don't want to see the truth.
You may say you want to see yourself and you want to be seen by others, but the part that is currently in control of your thoughts, words, and actions does not want either. Your motive for using this deck is not to see the truth in this situation and not to see the truth of yourself. You are so used to being able to get yourself and other people to focus on whatever you want yourself or them to focus on, instead of whatever you don't want yourself or them to see and focus on, that you were hoping this deck would play right into that strategy. Wow. Your hope was that you would draw a sigil that would act as a diversion for what you don't want to focus on about yourself, or that you would draw a sigil that would get people to focus on their own blind spots instead of you or yours. You feel it is in your best interest to have others focusing on their shortcomings and blind spots and ignorance and problems instead of on yours. Woo, man.
I feel like we're kind of almost what we were talking about before the show.
Yeah, little bit.
Doesn't
Oh, there's a lot
always
here.
work out that way.
I don't want, what's that?
Doesn't always work out that way.
Yeah, it really does. Folks, there's a show to be had before we hit record. Let me tell you, one day we'll just surrender to that. I mean, the John and Ray weekly recap is pretty juicy. There's so many paragraphs, but I don't want to read them all, but I kind of do.
Usually
Let's
near the
see.
bottom, near
If you have drawn this sigil, what you don't see is that when people ask you a question or when you ask yourself a question, you are not looking to answer with the truth. You are looking to answer in whatever way provides you the greatest personal benefits at that time. Chances are you are so good at doing this, if you do answer truthfully, it is only after you have decided that doing so gives you the greatest personal benefit at that time, such as answering truthfully at this time will make them see me as a good and trustworthy person, which is what I want right now. If you have drawn this sigil, you have got to see the value of truth and the value of solidity and the value of a defined self. What don't you want to see about yourself? What don't you want others to see about you? Why are you so terrified of the truth? What truth or truths are you so terrified of? What are you the most afraid of being true about you? What are you the most afraid of others seeing as the truth about you?
Mm,
And there's other paragraphs here and stuff, but
yeah.
wow. So the
Ooh.
shapeshifter, Ray.
Well, I think somebody who is like that is somebody who probably grew up in a situation where their weaknesses or their faults were used against them many times. So they're always trying to camouflage their vulnerabilities or whatever makes them feel insufficient. And, being able to shapeshift and kind of the ego can kind of shapeshift into whatever it wants to try to get validation, try to get acceptance or approval. So, I mean, it's kind of almost like a trait of a narcissist. A narcissist is, to me, the prime example of a shapeshifter because a narcissist will always kind of shape into what it thinks the other person wants or the other person needs in order to get what it wants. So it's almost like a chameleon in some ways.
Mm.
But I mean, I think all of us have sort of that shapeshifter just naturally because we all have an ego. I think it's part of a natural part of the ego process is the shapeshift and kind of it's a part of self protection is to kind of mold itself into to protect ourselves. But I think somebody who has this as a primary shadow is somebody who's more more of extreme level of it, somebody who does not want to I think it's more about not seeing your own shadow and not facing that. So you just try to you're just duping yourself because whatever truth it is, it's just too hard. You've invested so much into this illusion that you can't see. You don't want to see it. You don't want to be wrong. It's sort of like a cognitive dissonance that you have about yourself that you don't want to see this. You don't want to see this fault because seeing it's going to it's going to shatter yourself, or this persona that you build yourself up to be in your own mind.
Mm.
And you don't want other people to see it because if other people see it, then, you feel like you're probably you're not going to get loved. You're not going to be accepted and you're going to be rejected or abandoned. So,
Yeah, I think well said, man. And I think maybe the first step is the last things that I read, and that was asking yourself those questions of what truths am I afraid to reveal to myself, and what truths am I terrified that other people may learn of me. Really allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to expose yourself to the truth of your truths.
mm-hmm.
And that doesn't mean you have to share them with anybody but yourself, because that's the first step in bringing loving awareness to what those things are and allowing yourself to maybe a little more intimately dance with them versus hiding them and thinking those are their faults or the things that are going to shadow this persona that you said you've built and make you a bad person or make you a vulnerable person or make you a weak person or fill in the blank. And just maybe for the first time in your life, um, turn up the magnifying lens a little more, and not necessarily for the world to see unless that's what you want to do, but for you to see and experience and keep and hold it close to yourself for a while, and and love those truths and talk to those truths and those things that you've concealed or that maybe you're not even aware of, because you've felt them swelling and you've felt them tugging at your soul, but you have not given any time, attention, energy, or thought. And maybe for January 2022, it's time to allow yourself to let yourself know what you don't know about your truths, and maybe the way other people's will will translate those truths as they project their whatevers upon you. I don't know. I mean,
You
it
gotta
is
get
terrifying.
real with yourself.
Yeah.
You get real with yourself, and you gotta, stand naked in front of yourself. When I mean stand naked, doesn't have to be physically, but just
Right.
emotionally, everything, and just be with yourself and look at that stuff and not BS yourself. And see that stuff that maybe you're ashamed of seeing.
And look, we've manifested that in our society, man, with all these like what's the truth out there? What is the truth? Like, oh, there's all this political shape shifting and global agenda. Like, so we have collectively manifested this because we have not addressed it collectively. So it's playing out. And this is a perfect, I think, because I feel like the fit is going to continue to hit the shan, relentlessly and emphatically, as we enter 2022. And I was like, it's going to get better. It's just, the shitstorm's just starting to bubble in a brew. So as that happens, and there's feces flying left and right, and you're ducking to, conserve and preserve your way of life, maybe take the time to seek shelter and address those things internally. And if we all do that, shit, pun intended, maybe the storms will subside because we've turned the lens internally and we've done the work. So our external projections may breed more clarity and peace,
Yeah.
and we can quell these waves of insanity and these lies, but all those truths are coming. We're starting to see, we don't know which things are true right now, but they're all coming to the forefront. It's a
A lot of
matter of
times we can't see some of those truths because we're too attached to, the shapeshifter. We're
right,
so aligned and identified with our political stance,
right,
certain people, and that we don't want to see when something that comes up that seems true in opposition to that, we don't want to see it. We're not open to it because we're like, no, no, because if that's true, that means this other stuff that I'm holding on to can't be true.
right.
This is part of who I think I am. I think I'm this, my political stance. I think I'm this, whatever, or these beliefs. And beliefs are dangerous when we identify with them, when they become a part of the me, the false sense of self. And then when those things come out that they weren't really true, it almost feels like a physical death because it's an ego death. Now it's like, oh, our world is shattered. So that's why we hold on to those things so tightly and we try to defend these things, even in the face of things that don't make any sense at all. We're just trying to fight it because it becomes a part of ourselves, our identity.
I'm so glad you brought that part of our reading to a close the way you did, because that was a point that was very important, to make, for sure. Thank you for
Yeah.
having the insight to add that as our exclamation point. What is that?
So this is the newer deck I pulled at last time. This is the Mystic Mondays Tarot.
Oh, cool box. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Last box.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like this. Is like
All right, we're doing, this is going to be relationship.
for relationship reading. I like that the inside of this box too. It says, "Trust your intuition."
Oh, please and thank you. Folks, trust your intuition, and it's okay to ask for help.
Here we go.
We have the best decks.
The biggest and best decks in
We
town
do.
on YouTube.
It's true.
All right. Where are you thinking?
Um, well, you went the top. Let's go how I've been feeling today. Let's go to the bottom. Let's go
Bottom.
to the jagged bottom, like three up from the bottom. Third
Okay.
card from the bottom.
All right. And the card is the world. The world.
Fire.
I think this may be the last card of the major arcana. This is, yeah, 21, card 21, the world. So,
2 + 1 is three. Three up from the bottom. 21 for you numerology friends and fans out there. 2-1 or three.
yeah. So I think this is the
The
last card.
world.
The world. Okay.
This is okay. Now this is for relationships.
This
So
is for relationship.
this could be friends, could be family, neighbors, could be romantic, platonic.
Relationship with yourself, relationship with spirit, relationship with
Right.
Nicolas Cage.
This is all about your relationship with Nicolas Cage in 2022.
Says, okay, completion, achievement, unity. Finito. A long-term goal has been reached, and you can now sit back and relax. All the pieces have come together, and you have finally found your place in the world. Celebrate. This is a huge win. Take pleasure and look back at all the progress that you have made from when you first started. Feel proud? Well, you should. It's amazing how much we can achieve when we put our minds to it. There is an acceptance of yourself and others that creates wholeness and unity. You're realizing that you are part of something much larger than yourself and are able to see the big picture much more clearly. With endings come new beginnings. The world could also literally mean that you will be traveling and will experience a new world wherever you decide to adventure. The
Wow.
world is your oyster.
Well, you know how hard that one hits home right now.
Yeah.
Folks, I'll let Ray go second here. As Ray read, it could mean the end of a relationship. And looking back, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. This could be a big, bold, beautiful, the best thing. Look at how far you've grown in that relationship. Look how much you've learned.
Yeah.
Look what it's not about. Oh, I'm ending it. I'm destroying everything. It was a waste of my time. And he said, she said. But I feel like there are loving ways um, to make a healthy split with somebody. I'm not saying that's what this card's about. It could be, because it does mention something coming to an end. And maybe if if we take the last card and the shadow is what is your truth, maybe you've known that it's been at the end for a while, and maybe in the art of embracing it all comes this incredible new frontier for you to explore, this whole other world that may at first seem terrifying, may at first um, feel like you don't know if you can do it, or if you have the resources to move on, or the emotional fortitude. But looking back on everything that you've done, everything you were and are as a result of this precious relationship, hopefully you can move forward in a loving way, in an expansive way, and that relationship doesn't have to go away. Maybe it could be something that maintains a level of friendship and connection that may serve both of you even better than you were as struggling to be life partners and providers for one another's experience that was just never ever going to be compatible or sustainable, or
Yeah.
and that's one side of the rainbow. I'm sure Ray could talk about the other side of the rainbow, what the card might mean. But yeah.
Yeah, well, like all endings and beginnings, it's a circle. It's not like a straight line. It's a kind of a circle. So, this is the last card of the major arcana in the tarot. So it's like a circle. It starts with the Fool, new beginnings. You're kind of foolish going into something, high expectations, taking that initial leap. then you go through all through the cycle, and then you come back to
Oh no, you come back to tide is dry, but I'm holding on. I'm gonna be your number one. I'm not the kind of girl. Ooh, Ray, please come
it's
back like that. Okay, you're back. So it
okay.
lost you for a while there.
Okay.
You said it's not linear, it's a circle, and you start off as the fool and
Yeah, so you
Go
start
ahead.
off with these expectations,
There
going,
you
taking that initial leap, and then you go through all the way through, and then you come to the completion. This is the world, and then it starts a new cycle. So this is like basically an ending of a cycle. Doesn't always mean it's going to be an ending of a relationship. It could be an ending of a relationship as you know it in a positive way. Maybe it could be a friendship moves into a relationship, or maybe a relationship turns into a new level. Maybe you move in, or maybe you I don't know, maybe you get engaged, or maybe somebody, maybe, whatever, or somebody, decides to make into a deeper commitment in a relationship. Um, maybe it's the end of a certain struggle. Maybe there was some sort of obstacle that was in a relationship that was kind of getting in the way, some sort of interference, and that thing is going to be whatever you're going to learn, whatever the obstacle was there for you to learn, wherever that learning thing was. So now that can go. So now it's also a time to to celebrate and to relax as well. So it's it almost goes exactly like with the relation, with the work thing. You worked hard.
go. Yes.
Now you can you could reap those rewards and celebrate. So which is a good thing for the beginning of the year. So it's the end of a cycle. It's going to be a start of a new one.
Right.
That's kind of like how life works,
Mm.
and a lot of things, and even small and large. So
I love how the career card like coexists with the relationship card on the same stream, because like a lot of times those things go hand in hand. A lot of times when we open to a new level of a relationship or a new relationship, or we lose an old relationship, or whatever the course may be in the cycle, along with that comes a lot of times a new opportunity, or because of that new opportunity, this changes, right? Maybe you have to move away, or your schedules change drastically because of a new opportunity. So this doesn't isn't as compatible anymore, so something new opens up and something more compatible comes into alignment with that. So that's really kind of cool for January. So folks, you don't have to make any resolutions this year. Ray and I have done it for you. um, just relax. You've done the work. You've been 2019 and 2020 and 2021 have been perilous. So like now's the time to maybe like ease back a little bit and go, I have been pushing and pushing. Now like it's like you to use the wheel here. You've
yeah,
been pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. Now this thing's rolling. Now all you have to do is just kind of like jump on and wee, like
right.
where's it gonna take me? Wheel
Right.
up.
So with both things, with career, sounds like maybe you were a project, you were working hard. Um, with relationship, maybe you weren't working hard, but maybe you had certain goals or certain things are coming to an end. So it sounds like they're both going to be very good cards. Very with the career with stability and promotion, and the same could be too with relationship stability, and it could be something new coming your way.
All right. General. Bum bum bum. General John Pepe reporting for duty. The mystical shaman Oracle. All right. General. So, Ray, you want to get them ready for what a general meaning reading means?
This is just going to be a general energetic reading. This is going to be the predominant theme energetically for the month of January. So we gave you the shadow. I mean, this kind of goes along with the shadow, because the shadow is really the same thing too, but the shadow is what you're not seeing. So you can see like this is like the ocean. This is going to be the surface level. The shadow is the kind of the depth of what you weren't seeing in there. So
I was gonna say this is the card that gives the shadow its wings, but what
right,
I like your imagery as well.
yeah.
All right. All right, last card for our episode here.
Well, I feel this one coming.
Mm, 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 mm. I'm going 1, 2, whatever card ends up on the top, 3.
The eagle.
I just gave it wings, Ray.
Gave it wings.
Bro, when I pulled the deck out of the box, I pulled it out like this.
Wow.
And I was like, should I show that card? I'm like, nah, just shuffle them up. The magic of the card, man. Gave it. All right, time to give that shadow some wings. Here we go. Eagle.
I knew it was gonna be something. I felt that. I felt the energy of that card coming too. I felt that like it was gonna be something magical. Fly like an eagle.
There it is. All right, there's 3 parts to this. As always, there's the essence, the invitation, and the medicine.
Was there a number to it?
No, yes. Sorry, number 16. 1, 6, 7, or 16. Numerology friends and family out there. There you go. All right, the essence. Eagle comes from the east, the place of the rising sun, of new beginnings. She soars high in the sky, sees the smallest detail with clarity without losing track of the bigger picture, and nests in the high mountains. For Eagle, there are no obstacles, only opportunities. She calls you to ascend, to acquire perspective, so you can fly wing to wing with great spirit. That is the essence of the card.
That's almost exactly like the card I just pulled was number saying seeing the clarity and seeing the bigger picture, looking down at the completion of it all.
We're just at this point, we're just affirming and stamping January here. All right, the invitation. How you become trapped in your daily routine. So this says, oh, have you become, sorry, my eyes, folks. Woo, it's a struggle. Have you become trapped in your daily routine and feel you do not know where to go and what to do next? Have you lost your sense of purpose? Eagle invites you to take a deep breath and spread your wings. When was the last time you opened them? Eagle reminds you that your spirit was born to soar to the heavens. As you contemplate choices, ask yourself, do I want to live in a chicken coop, sheltered from life? Does that say counting? Oh, counting the regular feedings? Okay. Or do I want to soar like an eagle? I don't want to live in a chicken coop. I want to soar like an eagle, right?
Yeah.
If your answer is the latter, then you must accept Eagle's invitation and embrace the courage that will help you choose freedom. This one's hitting home right now.
Yeah, I can tell.
Have you become trapped in your daily routine?
It's time to fly. Time to leave the nest.
Have you? Have any of you out there felt trapped in your daily routine? Life's too quick, too precious, too treasure filled to stay locked up in that coop. So take your talons, claw at that lock, bust the cage door open, and fly, damn you, fly! I'll be taking my own advice here. Okay, so the medicine. All right, Ray, let's take it home here. It is time to see through the eyes of Eagle. Let your vision of the whole and of its parts become laser-like and set your priorities straight. What did you come to do in this life? Did you come to climb up the ladder of financial or social success? Did you come to become a better person, to heal your heart, and to realize your essential self? What is your divine mission here on earth? I repeat, folks, what is your divine mission here on earth? If you're not doing it, what are you waiting for?
I feel like it's like that Shawshank, get busy living or get busy dying.
Please. We got no time for anything else. Look at the way, I feel like the state of the world is all pushing us toward that inevitable realization. Like, stop counting your days and live in this day and seize it, carpe diem, and sink your talons into that juicy whatever it is and take it to new heights. Let's fly, damn it. Okay. No more excuses, the book says. Of course, you do not have enough time, enough money, or enough sleep. Yet, the time is now to fly. to your chosen purpose. If you postpone it, you are betraying yourself. Look through the eyes of eagle and consider every obstacle an opportunity. Where you set your intention is where you'll end up. Free yourself and live your highest destiny. Fly!
Wow. I don't think you could have picked a better card.
Tell me why.
I mean, that's telling you right there to grab it, grab life by the balls, and just, stop playing small. We're playing small. It's time to spread those wings. Maybe life, you feel like you're in a coop. You feel kind of pushed down and everything going on in this world right now. It's like, you feel kind of powerless, but you're not. You're not powerless. You're an eagle. A lot of times the world's trying to tell you you're a chicken. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, because I froze up. The
Yeah.
world's trying to, keep you small, keep you think that you're a chicken, put you in that coop, think that you don't have any power, but you do. You're a goddamn eagle.
Goddamn eagle.
So, start living like it. Start living like an eagle.
Boo-doo. Boo,
It's
boo, boo-doo.
froze up and I came back and you had those like glasses on. I wasn't expecting that.
Fly, folks. Fly.
I think
I'm ready to fly. I mean, like I've been grounded personally too long. In fact, I feel like I feel energetically, physically a little bit, but more energetically heavy. And I feel like, maybe it's just connecting with the weight of the world. But I think it's time to not, I've sat with it long enough. And I think it's time to like ruffle the feathers and shake that shit off, so to speak, and knock the dust off these wings and start flying again. Um, and that period of time served at least me well. Maybe it has served, hopefully it has served you well, but let's meet up in the sky and let's do some wild, crazy, inspiring and beautiful things. Let's connect. Let's do that dance that only those eagles do when they interlock and they do this, like, what do they call it, this I don't know what the name of it is, but when two eagles lock in the sky and they do this like tumble, it's really quite magnificent. If you're not game for that, let's just fly next to each other and say what's up. But let's aspire to new heights. Let's, as Ray said, stop being small. And that doesn't mean you have to be loud. That doesn't mean you have to be visible if that's not your thing. And definitely honor that introverted aspect of yourself. But being big might mean writing that book you've always talked about. It doesn't mean you have to be socially or visibly present in the spotlight or anything like that. Many of folks have written that huge book and dared to be big and managed to avoid the limelight. So yeah, just let's what Ray said. It's dare to be big.
It's going to manifest itself however your journey is supposed to manifest, but you have the highest potential you have. It's time to start living as that. The eagle also symbolizes freedom, liberation. So whatever that's keeping you from being free, how are you not liberated right now? What's keeping you from being free? What's keeping you from soaring?
I think the answers to that question reside in the shadow card, and that's what truths are you afraid that you will expose in learning yourself, or that others may be made aware of, and
maybe seeing that stuff is what's going to liberate you. And finally looking at that stuff that's keeping you, that you don't want to look at, and that's going to be kind of you seeing that and loving it, bringing awareness to it, acknowledging it, accepting it. That's what's going to be like, hey, you know what? Now I have no fear in me. I have nothing keeping me down because I've looked at all my stuff. I'm being truly authentic with myself, loving myself. Now I'm able to express myself fully as who I am.
I love it. Bada bing, bada boom. I mean,
sounds like January is going to be an exciting month. You can start of the year.
That's great for me because that's birthday month. Last year, I couldn't walk. Literally, physically, all the things, could not walk. I'm really looking forward to being able to do one of my favorite things on the planet, and that's walk this January. And with all this information, I guess that walk might turn into flight, bro. Let me do
No,
that again for the
no
camera
chicken
so
coop
that
this year.
I'll use that as a screenshot. So, all right, man. You got anything else?
I'm good, man.
Follow all the places down below. Just hit the link tree, and then you can have that up on your browser or on your phone, and then you can just plug into Patreon. We need to get some supporters. We need to get that thing rolling. $1 a month, folks. There are no tiers, just $1 a month. Do you want to give more, but $1 a month is a beautiful thing. You can, if this blew your mind and got you ready for January, you can donate on Venmo, PayPal, or wherever it makes sense. There's all the links down below. Facebook page, get on that if you're not on that already. Instagram. We do lots of different things in different places. The TikTok is part of the portfolio now. So yeah, join us. Let's build wherever we're at. And thank you as always for watching and supporting and being a part of still what I would call the infancy of what the Bodhi Bros are, were, will forever be. Who knows? But much gratitude for being a part of our community. And I'm John with the, hold on, where is it? I'm John with a golden J for the month of January.
Now Phoenix Ray.
All right, we'll see you soon.
Yeah.